Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be diving back into some Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, part of the trilogy, a DS game that came out 20 some odd years ago. We've been doing this on Flashback Friday, streaming it, and we're at the last leg of our adventure with the Turnabout sisters. So I decided for the last part, as far as the trial, we're just going to go ahead and do a little video of it, and I'll go ahead and put it up and you guys can watch it at your leisure. This is like part 4. I got part 1 and 2 for one stream, and part 3 is part of another stream if you want to see what's happened before all this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to trial with part 4. September 9th. 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah, Phoenix, look. Ho ho. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What does White... No, what? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So you're saying I'm going to be guilty end of story. I would do anything to get my verdict to Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? Can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I could hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix, you know him. Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix, well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait. Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not... I'll be defending myself. Which is never a smart thing to do. What? Okay, let's do this. So... he's going to defend himself. Sounds awesome. December 9th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up for doing this? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. I'll be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are quite clear to the court, today we hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Of course, we'll raise the objection. Objection! Mr. Edgeworth, I owe you an explanation to the court. No. You owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't the witness testify in the trial against Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great. He's getting to show off, and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personages? Personages? Shiny, blingy fingers? Your name. Yes. That's what I said. Oh dear. Do my locutions confuse you? Locutions? Him and his words, I tell you. Name! These two are great together. My name is Red White. My friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corps. Did you know the victim, Miss Maya Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder, right? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Why, tell you what you already know. Very well, Mr. White, you may begin your testimony. I can't rip this guy's testimony apart. I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Oh ho ho. I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phoenix. I'm surprised they didn't put her in a cheerleader outfit. Rah, rah, rah. Witness account. Let's see. It was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, or that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from the outside. Surprised, I turned, looked at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man, attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impact. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testified, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright? Your cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Let's see, it was about 9 a.m., I believe. He was reading some papers, heard something from outside. Surprised, I turned, looked at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, which was Phoenix. Needless to say, that man was none other than the lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She too was surprised, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impact, and it was all over. Did Edgeworth prep this guy too? I wonder. Anyway, I better find a weakness in there. Okay, figure out what we want to press. She ran away? Did she run away? Hold on. Can you be a little bit more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende, I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. To the left, to the left. Okay. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I'm always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. The victim ran to the left. I don't think so. Finally, there was a terrible impact, then it was all over. Ran to the left. Okay. From outside, surprised I turned to look to the building across the way. Ran to the left. Are you sure about that? How many times must I say it? I am absolutely perfect in this story. How many times am I going to hear that? Psst, Phoenix. Doesn't something that strike you as a little odd? Finally, there was a terrible impact. Is there anything to present? I ran to the right. There it is. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught. Oh, yeah. I'll do that one. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly is that evidence and statement now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Miss Wright, please think before over making accusations. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. But that says victim said ran to the left. Are you sure about that? Yeah, we did this. Yeah, I know. We have the evidence. Ran to the left. Present. But this says... There it is. Wait right there. Mr. White, you dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated the victim ran right. Oh, what? It's simple. You misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim was here. The victim ran to the left. As you claim she did, she would have been running directly across from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that a little odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left, I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. But if he was on the ground and he's facing the opposite direction, it would have been the left to him. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing. Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Miss May says right and White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? They're both right, because if he was at ground level coming from, not from the window, then it would have been his left. Both witnesses are telling the truth for once. Ha, I doubt it. Or rather, that does not clearly clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain the conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Yep, exactly. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. He was not in the hotel. Where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay and Company, of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. Yeah, right there. Because he was the K in the scenario. This is where he was. Look. When the victim ran for the door, he was watching from this point. To him would appear that she ran to the left. Please. This is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Order. I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion. The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Ho ho ho. You provided us so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I've been unclear, and for this I apologize. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well. Let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck, you can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Alright, new testimony. Miss Maya's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. And then you hit her. Savagely. And that is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her. She didn't run. Yeah. We already know by the evidence what happened to her. You chased her and delivered the final blow. And that is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? No. That does seem to make some sort of sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Miss Maya's testimony was correct, as was mine. I can go through this. I don't have to read it all, okay? She did not zigzag. Yeah, I think the autopsy said... Yeah, a single blunt. Yeah. And... yeah. Right there. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told the court you were abso-positively perfect? I'll refrain from using that phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony, the crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this one now, White. Mr. White? Okay. Well, let's see. I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then the next moment I saw Miss Maya run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Oh, well, you see, I looked at the other window. There wasn't an other window, was there? What exactly was that thing? The glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over in the scene? Phoenix. Doesn't something about that strike odd as you? Yeah, very odd. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness revises testimony yet again. Okay, of course. Light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. But there wasn't. Mr. White, it was impossible for you to see in the glass stand. What? Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within visible area. And there wasn't two windows either. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Right. Velocity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't be able to see it at all. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fay Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Ah! Mr. White. Mr. White? You did it, didn't you? Your Honor, Miss Maya. Hey, it looks like we're about to get our verdict. Uh-oh, what, Edgeworth? That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? Forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corps. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do? Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct. You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay and Company law offices. That is when I saw the accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was right and white. Oh my God. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping? Leave it to me. It was at the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay and Company law offices. Of course, I had done so to place a wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So you saw the stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over. By the sound? Correct. That's right. I see very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. God, what am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Get deets on that. Do you have proof? So April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Right. I'd entered the losses. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fayette Company law offices. Those were obviously Miss White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fayette Company law offices. Of course I had done so to place a wiretap. Why'd you tap Maya's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corps is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. That is when I saw this glass light stand. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That's all. Damn it. There's nothing there for me to press on him. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. It's the beginning of September. Da, 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 da. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo. Tisk tisk. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. Time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? No, not gonna give up. Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! I know, that voice. Never give up, Phoenix. Oh, it sounded like her sister. So what are we going to do here? Where am I? Is that it? The waiting lobby? What happened? Alright, I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. You're finally awake. What? Hey, Phoenix. That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. You're Maya. Do you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers? When you accept your defeat in court, it appears that it was enough to awaken Maya's true powers. So Maya is channeling you. Mia. That's right, I'm Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But I don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the... Oh, yeah, the receipt. That we've never used for this whole entire case. Oh, yeah. That one wrote Maya. Phoenix. White wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item glass light stand. Date of purchase September 4th. September 4th. That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Oh. Now, what did Mr. White say on his testimony? It was the beginning of September. Gotcha. He said He saw the stand a week before the murder. There you go. I think the court's about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Receipt updated in the court record. September 9th, 1:16 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Court will now convene on the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. As defendant, rather, are you all right, Mr. Wright? Yeah, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But, as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. It's the beginning of September. Not there. Had entered the Fey losses. Not there. Of course I had done so. I saw the glass. He didn't see it there. Not at that time. So we need to show the receipt now, saying he did not see it at that time. Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? Wow, you're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase? Why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered the Fay & Company law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. A lot of A's. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No. It's pasta achievable. He's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then that's all for the trial of... Uh-oh. Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. What? No way he could worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There's a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there's no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted freedom. Any time to make one more inquiry to this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Mr. White's guilty. Guilt is obvious. There is no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? If anyone's going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What? The completion of the trial, Mr. Phoenix Wright, will be postponed until tomorrow. No, there's no telling what'll happen if I can't end it now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course, thank you for your time. The witness will stay. Mia? Phoenix? Read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? Oh, something new. Memo received from Mia. Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. Okay. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop. Desist. Halt. Please, stop. Make him stop. How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press. Is he gonna do it? Oh, I confess. You hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was. Pun intended. Well, this court finds the defense, rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. That's all. This court is adjourned. Controller died. September 9th. 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But congratulations. You're lucky I was born a fae. I'm lucky I have both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No, there's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not Chief anymore. Phoenix? Can you come to the office tonight, say 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief, Maya. Mia, I guess. And at the office. Being here is, it's hard not to think about that night. You came. Mia. I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? But Mia? Bwahahaha. You should see your face. Mia? What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What? Did I look like my sister? Look like you were her? I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See, Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of, huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright and Company law offices, right? And who better but me? Maya Fey, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought. Let's make this casual. Yo, Nick. Maya here. Ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do ya? Do ya? That's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick. You know what this means. We're partners. Nick from Phoenix. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright and Company law offices. It does have a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. Right. Okay, Nick. Let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy. Burgers. There's a great burger joint just right down the street. Come on. Time's a wasting. Okay. Wait up. The end. A brand new episode has been unlocked. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. I thank you guys so much. Decided to go ahead and wrap this up for this part of the story. We're going to be doing other games on Flashback Friday, so look out for them. All sorts of different. I want to do games that are at least 10, maybe at least 15 years old. Bring back some memories of some older games that were pretty awesome. Phoenix Wright series was one of them, and I may continue this a little bit later down the road, but I want to change it up for the Flashback Friday, so look out for those. I post my schedule on Discord and here on YouTube, so Fridays will stay as the Flashback Fridays, all sorts of retro older games. But I'm going to go ahead and end it here. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button on the bottom of the screen or wherever. And if this is the type of stuff you like watching, this is your kind of content, go ahead and subscribe. We made it past the 200 mark, and that is absolutely awesome, and I thank everybody that made that happen. It's really, really cool. Got a lot of plans in the works, so hopefully we keep growing as a community. And I do have a Discord. It is in the description. And I do have like an About section where you also click on that. I have Instagram and Twitter and all that good stuff. So I post when I go live in most of those other places. So if YouTube doesn't give you notification when I go live, if you're part of those, anything else, the Instagram, Twitter, or Discord, you'll also get a notification there. But I'm going to thank you guys again. I'm going to sign off for here. And hopefully I'll see you guys in a stream down the road. And thank you.